So, I don't know if you've ever seen these on any of the videos online. It's called a Burke bar. And I'm going to be doing a little deck demolition job soon, the next day or two. And, you could knock them from underneath with a framing hammer, and I got all kinds of crowbars, but I saw, a guy, Essential Craftsman, I think he had made one. It didn't look too hard, and just figured I'd go over you. If anybody who was interested, what I did with the limited tools and stuff I had. So we'll start with the handle. This is a 1 by 2 inch by 3/16 wall square tubing. I bought a 12-foot piece of it, which was the smallest I could buy at the steel place I go to. I don't know if you can get this at like a Home Depot or a Lowe's. I don't very often go to those places. Maybe you can. But it was about 75 bucks, and I probably should have used 1/8 inch. Would have been cheaper and just as strong, because everybody else makes them out of 1/8. And I think that's what a Burke bar is, 1/8 inch. Anyway. And then the business end. It's about a 10.5 inch piece of leaf spring steel, 5610, I believe. I don't know, someone knows better than me. I'm sure I'll be corrected. It's spring steel. It's hard, and it came off my parts truck. Basically, that's it right there, that overload spring, and I cut it off because I have a whole spare rear end and a leaf pack that I'm never going to use. And super strong stuff. I was tempted to use, 3/16 or 1/4 inch cold rolled steel, but it might bend. This won't. This is super tough stuff. Very, very hard to work with. To get that bend, put it in a vise, heated it up with acetylene on this side and MAP gas on this side, because the acetylene just was not getting it hot enough. And finally I got it cherry red, and I had the vise right there, and then I put a 24-inch pipe wrench on it, and I'm not a weak dude, and it wouldn't budge. Bear in mind, cherry red. Heated it up again. This time I was ready with the 24-inch pipe wrench, plus another 24-inch piece of pipe on the handle of that. Finally got it to bend as far as I could, and at that point I was in danger of ripping the vise right off the bench. It was pulling it right out. So that's the angle I got, which should be okay. And I don't have a forge, obviously, so I just heated it up cherry red and I dunked it in oil. I think it'll be fine. I mean, I put it under a roll-off dumpster, and I lifted that off the ground a little bit to make it fit. Obviously, this was a square tube. I cut a crow's beak, kind of a triangle, sharp angle triangle, into this end, and then I notched it. You can kind of see here, right there, and right there. And then I squared it up, and I tacked the leaf in, and then I beat on it with a 3-pound sledgehammer until it squeezed tight, and then I welded it in with a MIG. And I hit it with a flap disc, so it's not perfect, but it's solid. And then the ones that you see, they usually tack a piece of steel on here, and That's what I did, but I don't see this bending. I mean, I don't know if I could exert enough force. I would think the spring might break. That's probably what would happen. But this isn't gonna. None of this is gonna. So, originally I did have a nail notch cut in, but it was off center. I just didn't. I'm not gonna be pulling nails with this thing, realistically. I mean, you don't need a 4.5 foot crowbar to pull a nail. So I welded it back in, ground it, filled it, and you can't really tell. You can kind of see right there. That's where it was. But it was off center. It was ugly. Anyway, like I said, I'm the only one using it. Give it a coat of prime, coat of yellow paint, 2 coats of yellow paint. It's heavy. It should be more than adequate to tear up some 5/4 inch decking and whatever else I can imagine. Let's see. A little unscientific test. I mean, it's moving the truck, but it's a rubber tire. What's it gonna do, right? I don't really have anything super heavy around here that I could get under and lift. Take my word for it, it'll be fine. So, you can make one of these if you have a welder and a hot enough torch. And, like I said, I'm looking forward to trying it out. And, you know, I didn't forge it, obviously. I don't have a forge to heat it and quench it and do all that. I got it really hot, dunked it in oil, and I'm going to give it hell. And I think it'll be fine. So, all in, just cost me the cost of the steel, which was 75 bucks, and I could make 2 others if I wanted. They're about 150 bucks. And I have, what, 26 leaves I could use if I really wanted. If I had it different, I would have made that longer and maybe a steeper angle, but this is just a trial run for now. And yeah, I think I'm going to start tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video of it in action.